What's up guys, I'm Sanjay. I'm an old school hip hop producer, heavily inspired by the 90s. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to record clean vocals in your bedroom. You're going to need a microphone, an XLR cable, an audio interface, headphones, and a computer. And the sixth one is a DAW. You're going to need a software to record onto your computer. First up is you're going to need a microphone. I have the Shure SM58 mic. It sounds awesome. I record a ton of stuff with it. I even record samples like drum hits and things like that. I don't personally have a drum set, but I actually intern at a studio and I just pick up samples there. Of course, there's a ton of other budget microphones. This one's about $100, so it's pretty cheap for how good it sounds. There's the AKG, I believe, has one. Audio-Technica has some great ones. I'll leave a link in the description to a video by Sanjay. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I apologize if it's not. And he goes through a ton of budget microphones. I actually learned a ton from that video. Next up, you're going to need something to plug your mic into your audio interface, which we will talk about next. And that cable is going to be an XLR cable. You really don't need anything fancy as far as cables go. Just, I have one from Amazon, and it works fine. So I really haven't had any issues at all. Up next, what you'll need is an audio interface. Now this is what actually converts the analog signal from the microphone, converts it into digital so your computer can read it. I have the Steinberg URTR2. I got it used on Reverb for, it's a fairly expensive interface, but you can get tons of cheap interfaces. Cheap but still fairly good quality. There's like Focusrite, that seems to be everywhere nowadays. PreSonus, Native Instruments, and same with M Audio. I actually owned an interface a little bit ago and it worked great. An audio interface is what you need next. And then it's always helpful to actually listen to what you're recording, so you're gonna need pretty decent headphones. I have the Beyerdynamics DT770 Pros. I got them for about $150 on Amazon. They're awesome. I've used them for a long time. They sound great, super durable. The thing about Beyerdynamics too is all of the parts can come off pretty much. So if part of your headphone breaks, say like the headband or the cushion for your headband breaks, awesome, they can just send in a new one because it's all like detachable. My aunt is a recording artist and this is her favorite pair of headphones. So yeah, as far as headphones go, these are great. Audio-Technica has some good ones. Sony actually has some fairly priced ones as well, which I was surprised because Sony's a pretty name brand. But yeah, again, Sanjay has a great video about those, so just hit the link in the description to see just a more lengthy list. And next, what you're going to need is a computer. I have a MacBook Pro. I think it came out in 2019. But you're going to need a digital audio workstation or DAW to record all of your vocals. That is extremely important. I use Logic. I've used it for about 3 years now. I love it. It's awesome. I first started on Audacity and then went to GarageBand. Most people that go from GarageBand go into Logic, so that kind of makes sense. There's a ton of other ones too. There's of course FL Studio, Pro Tools, Cubase, Reason, Reaper. MPC has one. There's Serato actually, Serato Studio. I've heard very good things about that one as well. One thing I will mention about audio interfaces though, or excuse me, digital audio workstations. They all were built with a specific purpose in mind. They all do the same thing. They all record music, they all record MIDI. But for example, Logic was originally, I forget the original name, but it wasn't originally called Logic. Logic was given the name, Logic by Apple after they bought it. But it was originally supposed to be a MIDI sequencer, so something like an MPC, which is actually my primary go-to. And Ableton, it was actually meant for live recording, so like recording bands, like live sets. So that's what that workflow will cater to. They all do the same thing, but they all cater to different workflows. So that's something to consider, and I wish somebody had told me that. And now we have two accessories, which I think really helps. One of them highly recommend you get if you're looking to get some clean vocals, and that is a pop filter. What a pop filter does is it takes care of all the plosives, so like P's and B's and T's and K's, all of like the k, p, like all of that will get into your recording and it'll make mixing a lot harder. So you definitely want to get a pop filter to just take care of those. And the second one isn't necessarily as crucial, but it's a stand. And actually, now that I think about it, you're gonna need a stand to put a pop filter on. So a stand is pretty necessary. It basically just holds up the microphone. Yeah, I actually got this from Reverb for about 50 bucks, something like that. It's a stand, so it does its job. And I highly recommend Reverb. They have a ton of used music gear, and it's all like good quality. Like I've gotten a few things from there. Like my microphone I actually got from there, my audio interface, my MPC. Yeah, it's great stuff. Yeah, so that's it for this video. This is the first video like this on this channel. I'm hoping to make a lot more geared, and these videos are going to be geared towards rappers and lyricists inspired by the 90s era. Stay tuned, hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.